Hey there, history buffs and people who just hate being lied to. Buckle up because we're diving into a historical debate so heated it's making the Boston Tea Party look like a polite disagreement over biscuits. Why should you care? Because the history we teach our kids today shapes the world we live in tomorrow. No pressure, right? This isn't just some dusty old argument about dates and dead guys. This is about whose stories get told, whose voices get heard, and ultimately, whose version of the truth prevails. Get ready to pick a side, folks, because this is one history lesson you can't afford to skip. So, what's got everyone's knickers in a twist? It's the battle over history curriculum in our schools. Yeah, you heard that right. Textbooks are the weapon of choice in this 21st century showdown. On one side, we've got folks who believe in sticking to the classics. You know, the same old stories of triumph and conquest we've all heard a million times. But hold on, because there's a new sheriff in town and they're demanding a rewrite. They're calling for a more inclusive and accurate portrayal of the past, warts and all. Get ready for the great textbook throwdown of 2024. Okay, so it's not really about the textbooks themselves. It's about much more than just the physical pages and the ink. This debate is about power, plain and simple. It's about who holds the reins of our collective memory and who gets to decide what is remembered and what is forgotten. It's about who gets to control the narrative of our past and, by extension, our present and future. The stories we tell shape our identity, our values, and our vision for the future. The folks clinging to the old ways, they're often the ones who've benefited from those sanitized versions of history. They have a vested interest in maintaining the status quo. They like things the way they are and aren't too keen on rocking the boat. Change threatens their position and their understanding of the world. On the other side, you've got those who have been marginalized and silenced for far too long. These are the voices that have been systematically excluded from the mainstream narrative. They're demanding their stories be told, their voices be heard, and their experiences be acknowledged. They want a history that reflects the true diversity of human experience. This isn't just about adding a few paragraphs about women and minorities, folks. It's about a comprehensive reevaluation of what we consider important and worthy of study. This is about fundamentally changing the way we understand the world. It's about creating a more inclusive and accurate portrayal of our shared past, which in turn shapes a more just and equitable future. So, who are these combatants in the Great History Showdown of 2024? Let's meet the players, shall we? In this corner, we've got Team Textbook. They're big on tradition, resistant to change, and deeply suspicious of anything that challenges the status quo. They argue that changing the curriculum is rewriting history and erasing our heritage. And in the other corner, we've got Team Progress. They're all about inclusivity, accuracy, and challenging the dominant narrative. They argue that teaching a more complete and honest version of history is essential for progress and understanding. Who will win this epic battle for the hearts and minds of our youth? Stay tuned. Section 5. Why this debate matters more than your GPA. The stakes are high, people. This isn't just another academic exercise or a trivial classroom discussion. Think this is just a bunch of academic squabbling? Think again. The implications of this debate stretch far beyond the walls of academia. This debate has real-world consequences, folks. It influences policies, shapes public opinion, and can even affect legislation. The way we understand history directly impacts how we view ourselves, our communities, and the world around us. It informs our identity, our values, and our collective memory. It shapes our understanding of social justice, inequality, and our responsibilities to one another. When we recognize the struggles and achievements of diverse groups, we foster empathy and solidarity. If we only teach a narrow and biased version of the past, we risk perpetuating harmful stereotypes and repeating the mistakes of our forefathers. This limited perspective can hinder progress and maintain the status quo. On the other hand, if we embrace a more inclusive and accurate history, we empower future generations to create a more just and equitable world for everyone. By acknowledging the full spectrum of human experience, we pave the way for a brighter future. No pressure, right? Section 6. Whose version of history will win? You decide, but seriously think about it. So, there you have it, the great history debate of 2024. It's a topic that has sparked countless discussions and arguments. It's messy, it's complicated, and it's far from over. Different perspectives clash, and the stakes are incredibly high. But here's the good news. You get a say in how this story ends. Your voice matters in shaping the narrative. Don't just sit on the sidelines and let others decide what your kids learn. Be proactive and take charge of the educational content. Get informed, get involved, and make your voice heard. Knowledge is power, and your participation can make a difference. Talk to your kids' teachers, attend school board meetings, and engage in meaningful conversations. Contact your elected officials. Write letters, make phone calls, and set up meetings to express your concerns. Let them know that you demand a history curriculum that is accurate, inclusive, and empowers our youth to create a better future. Advocate for a balanced and truthful representation of history. The future of history is in your hands, folks. Don't screw it up. Remember, the way we teach history today will shape the leaders of tomorrow. Section 7. History repeats itself unless you stop it. The power is in your hands. Remember that old saying, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it? Well, it's true. But here's the thing, it's not enough to simply remember the past. We need to understand it, learn from it, and most importantly, challenge it. The history we teach our children will shape the world they inherit. It's up to us to ensure that history is one of progress, inclusivity, and justice for all. So, what are you waiting for? Go out there and make some history. Section 8. Stay informed, stay engaged, and for the love of history, subscribe. That's it for this week's deep dive into the great history debate of 2024. But our work here isn't done, folks. Stay informed, stay engaged, and keep fighting for a more just and accurate version of history. And hey, while you're at it, why not hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more hard-hitting analysis of the issues that matter most. Until next time, stay curious, stay critical, and never stop questioning the narrative.